Good. All right, let's go back. Share this. Okay, so today's class, guys, is about it's about your having who left. A ver, is Jessie, Cristina, Susana, Daniela, oh, okay, I'm sorry. It's about not having. It's a very easy topic per se, and at the same time, it's a very obvious topic, but also is one of the cocos for the English teachers, and this is lesson planning. Okay, in other words, when you want to give a class, you need preparation, yes or no?
Yes.
Good. So, but te dice, no, pues mañana present simple, y salen, yo me almuerzo present simple. And she starts improvise. That wouldn't be, that, hello, Madai, that is not the way to do it, okay? In this course, we are, in this topic, we are going to discuss the importance of planning our classes. And even though every institution and every school has their own policies for turning the lesson plans or the format of a lesson plan, etc., it's good for you to know the important elements in a lesson plan. It comes in the TKT exam, and it's very important for you as a teacher to know the elements in a lesson plan. And then from that you can do, or you can accomplish or comply, that's the word, you can comply with the requirements from institutions and schools. Okay, so far so good?
Yes.
So, I just have a question, Azucena. How long have you been teaching English? Remember me?
I'm already for 6 years.
60 years. I thought it was less.
No, 60 years, not 60 years.
Okay, all right. Well, still, you have an experienced teacher. Good, excellent.
Well, not
So,
enough.
No, that's okay. You do good. She's a very good teacher. No la deja ahí. Sorry. A little bit of introduction, a little bit of theory. By the way, Jessie, before I forget, Vivian, you do sign language también, ¿verdad?
That's great.
That's pretty cool. All right. I might open a course for sign language and you'll be the teachers. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Let me put a pin on it. Okay. So the evolution of instruction of ESL. ESL stands for English as a Second Language Learners, or yeah, English as Second Language Learners. And then we have let me see. Yes, we have two types. We have the segregated skill and the integrated skill. Segregated means separated. It means to have the skill or the activity or the skill separated. Parentheses, what are the 4 main skills for a language? I have said that before. If you remember, I'll give you the first one.
Writing.
Sorry, Gustavo?
Speaking, listening, writing, and reading.
Very good. Those are the four skills. For a person to say that he or she speaks French, he needs to speak French, read French, write French, and listen to French audios. Okay? That's for a person. When a person masters these 4 skills, is because he or she masters the language. Okay? And in English, it's the same thing. If you speak, read, listen, and write English, that means that you master English. Okay? Just for the record, 2 are passive and 2 are active it means two receive the information and the other produces information. By logic, which skills is, and with which skills you receive information?
Listening,
Listening, very good.
reading,
And reading, very good. So listening and reading is to receive, and then to produce, obviously speaking and writing, because you produce the language. Now, as a human being, you first learn to listen and to read, and then you produce. ¿Ok? De chiquitos, antes de hablar, entendíamos, ¿no? Escuchábamos, entendíamos, and then we develop the language, no los sonidos, porque ya hablábamos de chiquitos, los sonidos los emitimos desde bebés, pero con el tiempo vamos aprendiendo el idioma. Same thing happened in the classroom. Your students first learn to read and to listen, and then to speak and write. Eso es un proceso natural. If we don't care of the 4 elements or the 4 skills, and we only concentrate in 1 or 2, the other skills will be lost. And that's why many people say, pues es que yo escucho y entiendo, pero no hablo. Yo lo leo a perfección, pero no escribo. Yeah, that's because he or she needs to practice more the other skills. And parentheses teachers, sad to say, but listening and reading are the easiest skills in the classroom. So then, the students, the teachers, the Kool-Aid teachers, only focus on that, ya sabes, ¿no? A ver, las 10 oraciones en el pizarrón. A ver, let's listen to the audio, answer the questions. And only listening activities and reading activities. And very few or maybe none speaking activities or writing activities. ¿Y qué pasa? Juanito Pérez va de primaria hasta universidad en básico 1. He is very good at reading. He can read the entire book, but he can't speak. Vice versa, teachers. Nuestro querido Juan Pérez, que se va 6 meses a los Gabachos. ¿Qué pasa cuando regresa? Bueno, espera. Que se va a New York o Pennsylvania o Wisconsin, se va aquí a Los Ángeles como irse a downtown Mexico City, ¿no? O sea, hablamos, I mean, really, really north. Let's say Canada. When he comes back, hasta he forgets Spanish, ¿no? It might be, ¿cómo se llama? WhatsApp, but no, they do. It's because they speak, and they speak English, very bad English, but they communicate in English. So guess what? They can't read English or write English. So, bottom line, student, if we want our students to speak English, we want them to know and to master the 4 skills. Okay, all right, so a little bit of introduction. This is the traditional English program, the segregated. The mastery of a single key is the key to success. That was old school. Incluso había así como que jueves de lectura, martes de gramática, miércoles de... And, you know, that's not good. Si tienen viernes de conversation, para el otro viernes ya se los olvidó. En cambio, integrated skill, can you read this minute? Salim, please.
Integrated skill instruction exposes students to authentic language, focusing on the integration of the 4 basic skills. English becomes a real means of interaction among people rather than just an object of academic interest.
Excellent. Check this out. Integrated skills. In other words, students learn real situations and the integration of the 4 basic skills. And then the class becomes real for interaction, y déjame cambiar aquí, conversation among people, rather than just an object of academic interest. Déjame ponerlo en mexicano-español. Español-mexicano. Los alumnos les va a gustar ir a clases en lugar de decir, ya con que pase. It's a very, very big difference. ¿Sale? I have 2 daughters. The oldest one is in prepa. She lives with her mom. And my youngest daughter lives with me. My youngest daughter is así súper matadita y habla inglés y está practicando. Mi otra hija no. Y es así de que, saqué 7, ya pasé. Le digo, oye, tu papá tiene una escuela y no hablas inglés. ¿Para qué? Anyways, that is the typical student. So if you have your lesson plan and integrate all the skills, your students will be more inclined to learn English. All right. Y de aquí, we have 2 approaches or 2 methods of teaching, content-based and task-based. Azucena, can you read content-based, please?
Okay, content-based instructions. Communicative approach through academic subjects focus on the content rated in the form.
Good. Esto se llama PLIL. Googlearlo en su tiempo libre. PLIL, Content Learning something something, the English something something. And it is for teachers that teach English in the so-called bilingual schools. Así como aquí nuestra amiga Cristina, que está en el Piaget. Y te apuesto que canción no dan historia en inglés. Matemática en inglés. Eso es clear. ¿Sale? Entonces, el maestro tiene que saber inglés y ser historiador. O ser químico y hablar inglés. ¿Y qué es lo que pasa, teachers? Pregunta tú, Cristina. You teach English as a subject or you teach all of the subjects in primaria?
No, just English because they're so young.
Okay, right. You're primaria. Okay, that's right. But if Cristina wanted to teach more hours, she needed to teach math in English, history in English, and so forth. Y ese es otro rollo. Porque como dice aquí, están más interesados en saber el contenido que el lenguaje. I give an example. You're teaching history, and tú dices, write an essay of the French Revolution in 400 words. Cuando te lo entregan, ¿qué vas a revisar, Azucena?
Perdón, me perdí.
Ay, stop watching porn, Azucena. Dios, focus. Okay.
I'm sorry about that.
Let's say that you are an English teacher that teaches history in English. Para las llamadas escuelas bilingües, que no está bien el término, son biculturales. If you say, write an essay about the French Revolution in 400 words. Cuando te lo entregan, ¿qué vas a revisar? Las fechas, los nombres.
Well, bueno, no, porque no sería una maestra de history. Para empezar, I have to first study history so I can teach that.
Exactly. That's the point. You need to learn history para saber si el que puso aquí si es la persona y si es la fecha. Okay. Ahora, mismo escenario, perdón, misma actividad, diferente escenario. It's an English class level advanced. And then you say, give me an essay about the French Revolution. ¿Qué se van a fijar, Salem?
Grammar.
If the verbs are in past, if this is conjugated correctly, if they have enough vocabulary. See the difference? Okay. Esto es si tú vas a enseñar history en English, math en English, eso es otro rollo. Para empezar, mi recomendación, no se metan si no saben. O sea, aquí están aprendiendo a dar clases de inglés. Si ustedes tienen otra técnica, o perdón, otros conocimientos que son químicos, que son, that's perfect. But if not, it's very difficult. Lo digo porque yo estuve dando history in English. Very bad. Now, the second approach is for the language centers. O sea, say English class. Can you read it? Daniela, you here? Manifest. Thank you. Can you read it?
Text-based instruction. Text-based instruction, communicative and control tasks. Focus on the meaning of language rather than the content being used.
Exactly. See the difference? You're going to check the communicative part, the grammar, the words, the conjugations. You will focus on the meaning instead of the content. Ah, no, pues es que cuando llegó el pato Donald, when Donald the dog started the French Revolution, it might be a very fantasy story, but if the verbs are correct, if the vocabulary is correct, guess what? The essay is correct.
Yes.
Okay, so that is in the case. Okay, so now we're going to focus on English classes. All right, let's continue. So, what are the steps to integrate the skills? Can you read the first one? Let me see. Andrea, you here?
Yes. Learn more about the various ways to integrate language skills in the classroom.
Good. Always keep learning. Azucena me dijo la vez pasada, si me ayuda el curso, estoy ahí. And she's experienced teacher. Number 2, Jessie.
Evaluate your students' current approach to language skills.
Very good. Always in every class, evaluate your students. No need to be formal assessment. Just an activity for you to know if your students actually got the point or not. Next one, Gustavo.
Okay. Is it 2, right? Or 3?
Number 3.
3.
The number 3, yes.
Choose instructional materials, textbooks, and technologies that promote this integration.
Okay, so normally, guys, this is already automatic, okay? But if it's an old book or not a school, be careful with that. And the last one, Christina?
It's not the last one.
Oh, no, excuse me. The following.
Okay, remember, even if a course is labeled according to just one skill, it is possible to be creative and design tasks for other skills.
Good. Guys, for let me put it this way, every class that you teach, you need to integrate the 4 skills. Obviously, you will have one skill that is predominant. Give an example. You have one part of the book that is a reading. Okay, that's good. So your class, the skill in your class, the predominant skill in your class is reading. But you might include listening, an audio, conversation task, a writing task, so you can integrate all the skills. The last one is the Madai. Yes, Madai, please.
Me, teacher?
Yes, please.
Okay. Teach language learning strategies and emphasizes their importance.
Good. Excellent. Very good. Okay, so these are the elements in a lesson plan. And we're going to discuss each one of them. Gustavo, read the first one.
Okay. Elements a main topic. Choose only one main ESL topic, preposition of place, modal verbs, etc., regardless of the time assigned for the session.
Thank you, Gustavo.
You're welcome.
It might be obvious, right? But sometimes leemos en el programa, en el syllabus, dar present continuous y se agarran present continuous negative, present continuous affirmative, question, yes or no. Don't do that. One lesson plan, one class for each item. Les pongo un ejemplo, la mayoría, let me see. Creo que sí la mayoría, excepto por Daniela, pero también todos, mira, qué chido. Todos aquí somos parte o hemos sido parte de Fero. I mean, de, teaching. Pretty cool. Cuando yo les envío el syllabus o cronograma, les envío la unidad. Si quieren abarcar toda la unidad, todos los elementos, pues no se puede en una clase. Entonces tienen que segmentar para llevarlo a cabo durante las veces que les toque. Lo mismo en all the classrooms. Okay. Number 2, objective. Andrea.
Since a lesson plan cannot cover every aspect of an ESL topic, you should limit the scope of the session through the writing of 2 to 5 specific objectives.
Good. So they're different, the topic and the objective. I give an example. Main topic, present continuous, affirmative. Objective number 1, the students master the, ¿cómo se llama? He, she, or it, rule. The students practice ing form. Objective number 3, the students practice vacations vocabulary. So you will have one main topic with 3 or 4 different objectives. And then number 3, the study. Am I going too fast? It's okay.
No, fine.
It's okay. Good. Thank you. Number 3 is the Salim.
Study. The study part can be the steps the teacher carries out to teach the lesson. It could be the grammar section or even a short presentation by the teacher.
Good. So in this part, it's the part where you teach whatever you want to teach. If it's a reading, it's grammar, if it's an audio, whatever, okay? And then the next one is the Daniela, please. The students' activities.
Most of the time should be devoted to this section. It is a series of exercises where the student practice the topic of the study.
Great. Let's read again, Daniela. Voy a leer yo otra vez la primera parte. Most of the time should be devoted. En otras palabras, ¿quién habla más? The teacher or the students?
It should be the students, but sometimes the teacher.
Thank you. The students should do the most talking. Pero a veces sentimos que somos merolicos. Y hablamos y hablamos. Don't do that. Te vamos a explicar eso. Evaluation, finally. Thank you, Daniela. Evaluation. Azucena, please.
Evaluation. The truth performed in this step depends on how many class factors forward, late, topic, number of the students, but it could be a reading quiz or even a communicated activity.
So again, every class should have an evaluation. No need to be formal. With a conversation task to see if a student got the point or not. It's something like this. We have the warm-up, the vocabulary, the main presentation, and the consolidation, the main presentation and the consolidation. Let me put it in a different, hold on a second. Wait. Wait. Oh yeah. Wait a minute. Let me see. There we go. Okay. All right. Do you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. So lesson planning. So this is like this. It's a warm-up, vocabulary, a warm-up, a presentation, and the consolidation. Different book, different names. Warm-up and other books, the kick-off, the introduction, the start off, the blah, blah, blah. But it's the same thing. It's the introduction to the class. Why is it important to have an introduction to the class? Let me put it this way. Who goes to the gym? Cristina, pues ya pagué, pero... Ok, believe it or not, de hecho tengo una membresía de por vida en el mejor gimnasio de aquí, pero pues voy cada 2 veces al año. Anyways, when I go to the gym, when you go to the gym and work out, you warm up your body. Why? What happens if you don't warm up your body? Salem, what happens?
Well, you could get a strain, you could get hurt. It's gonna happen. It's going to happen something bad for you.
The same thing happens in the classroom, teachers. If you are the college teacher and walk into the classroom, y ya se paran, whether it's in a physical classroom or online, y empiezan a ver, chavos, this is I don't know, simple past. Y le ponen ahí, simple past. Let's copy. Entonces se voltean y, do you know what simple past is? Ahorita les digo, miren, monito, subject. That is the college teacher. Y déjenme decirles, that is the most common teaching. Don't do that. Eso nada más es como lo dijimos hace rato, pasar la clase. Same scenario. Excuse me, no same scenario. Same topic, different scenario. Cool teacher walks into the classroom y dice, a ver, Salem, tell me your last tell me about your last vacations. 3 activities that you can tell from your last vacations. Ojo, tú todavía no sabes past simple. Listen to my question. 3 activities from your last vacations.
Eat. No. Eat, I don't know. Eat seafood. Travel by car.
Okay.
And visit friends.
Excellent. Visit friends, travel by car, eat seafood. Azucena, same questions. 3 activities that from your last vacations.
Three activities that I did in my vacations.
Sí, pero tú no sabes simple past, acuérdate. Entonces, tell me, listen to my question. Tell me 3 activities from your last vacations.
Okay. I went with my family.
No,
to-
no sabes simple past. Acuérdate. You don't know simple past. You're acting like a student.
I'm confused.
You're acting like a student.
Okay.
You don't know simple past.
Okay. Okay, I feel like a student. Well, I can say I went.
No, you don't know simple past.
I go.
I was with my family. No, I don't know.
Okay, listen to the question. Tell me 3 activities from your last vacations. Salem dijo eat, travel, and visit.
Okay, swimming. What other? Dancing. What else? Should I say it right? And drink.
Okay, borracha, but that's okay. I can. Borracha,
Just a little.
no me invitaste. No, gracias. Very good. Excellent. Okay, now listen, everybody. I ask, and as a teacher, I ask other 2 or 3 more students. ¿Qué estoy haciendo ahí? I'm preparing for the topic. And that is the warm-up. ¿Sale? It needs to be short. It changes the mind from Spanish to English. No more than 8 minutes. Esto es mucho. Debe ser 5 a 8 minutos. Not much vocabulary and recycled past topics. And the number 1 activity for warming up is eliciting. Lo que acabo de hacer es elicit. I'm drawing questions. I'm drawing the interest of your students. Azucena, paréntesis, no te ofendas, ¿eh?
No, don't worry, I won't.
Okay, cool. Soy bien manchado, pregúntale a Salve. Anyways, but thank you. Now, after the vocabulary, after the warm-up, we go to the vocabulary. Students need new words. Shouldn't be less than 5 words. It shouldn't be more than 7 words. See, don't be like, vamos a aprender de traveling vocabulary. Se avientan como 25 palabras. Y todavía quieren que los chavos las contesten así, ¿no? No, don't do that. It's too much. ¿Sale? And remember, oral repetition, semi-mechanical, and critical thinking. ¿Se acuerdan? Last Monday, we discussed that wide openly. Visual aids, it should be visible for students. And then the main presentation, it's the strongest part of our class. Is whether the reading, maybe the grammar, listening, whatever you want to teach, this is the part, and it's only 20 to 25 minutes. And then the follow-up, it's where your students apply the new words or the grammar or whatever you have taught. And then this is where you as a teacher check if your students actually got the point or not. It could be a role play, an interview, a presentation from students. Normally, and the best and the most common is pair work or trios, okay? Just make sure that everybody speaks at the same time. Okay, now, let me tell you something. If we check the timeline, if we check the timeline of a lesson class, of a class, 0 minute to 60 minutes. This is a lesson plan length. Ay, no, está muy feo. Okay, so this is your lesson plan for one class. ¿Qué pasa si tengo dos clases con el mismo grupo? How many lesson plans then? 2 horas.
2.
2 lesson plans. Y si tengo 4 horas con el mismo grupo, 4 lesson plans. Thank you, Cristina. One lesson plan, one plan for 1 hour, or maybe 55 or 50 minutes, depending on the institution. ¿Por qué? I'll give you the why. Our class, it should be like this. Y vamos a ponerle stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and stage 4. ¿Se acuerdan lo que vimos ahorita? This is warm up, the vocabulary, the main presentation, and the follow-up. En otros libros, como en el de Oxford, le llaman low challenge stage, medium challenge stage, and high challenge stage, and then low challenge. Oh my Lord, okay. Stage. ¿Sale? Why? When our students are challenged, what happens? It's a tricky question.
They got frustrated, but in a good way.
Good, excellent. In other words, they respond. Listen to these 2 instructions. I go first and I say, Kool-Aid teacher, a ver, open your workbook, page 58, exercises 1 to 5. ¿Estuvo mala instrucción? No. Ahora chequen esa instrucción. Cool
No.
teacher. No, but now check this instruction. Okay, guys, 2 teams. Team number 1, team number 2. Team number 1, the tamaleros, and team number 2, the pozoleros. Who is going to win? The first one that finishes first, activities 1 to 5 from from the page 52 gets a point. What is the difference in instruction?
Well, the first instruction that you give is more clearly. I can understand like better, and the second one is it gives me a little confused.
Okay. However, the second, maybe I spoke too fast, but maybe the second instruction was a little bit challenging to the students. En la primera sí que, bueno, voy a hacer los ejercicios. No.
I got the point.
And the second one is, yo soy tamalero y los pozoleros, no, hombre, por aquí. That's how students react. Hold on, somebody's knocking on the door. Wait a second. Sorry about that, qué miedo, no era nadie. Y digo qué miedo porque vivo en una colonia privada, pues. Anyways, excuse me. Did you get the point, the difference? How our students are being challenged? And como dijo Cristina, in a good way. ¿Sale? Okay, now. Así va a estar. Ay, no, perdón. Low challenge, medium challenge, high challenge, and then low challenge. Porque van a empezar así. It would be very, very different si tenemos una clase así. Misma actividad, misma instrucción, diferente challenging. ¿Qué va a pasar? ¿Verdad? Boring. So imagine 4 hours in the same pace. No, pues pobrecitos chavos. Con razón no quieren entrar a tu clase. So if you have the pace moving on, it's better. Por eso, 1 class, 1 lesson plan.
Okay.
2 classes, 2 lesson plans, and so forth. Sí, Azucena, está bien, pero ¿estás bien? Bueno, mándame mensaje, ¿va?
Yeah, everything is okay.
Okay, that's good. No worries, okay. All right, let's continue. Espérate, Susana ya se fue, ¿verdad? Sorry. All right, so, ay, wait a second. Yeah. So now, this makes sense. The warm-up, the vocabulary, the main presentation, and the follow-up of the consolidation. Can you read the warm-up, Cristina? Please.
Yes, warm up. No more than 8 minutes long. Don't go too further on the vocabulary or expressions. Just provide a simple explanation for some of them. Example, listening to a conversation model, a visual presentation done by the teacher, or a simple vocabulary oral presentation.
Good. It makes sense, no? It's basically what we just discussed. Gustavo, number 2, vocabulary.
Number 2, vocabulary.
Yes, please.
Okay. 5 up to 7 minutes long. Extend a bit more on the expression and vocabulary previously mentioned in the warm-up. Visual aids are important. Have students repeat each word or expression at least 3 times and ask a few questions about them.
Excellent.
I think it was a mistake, no? After a preposition is asking or no?
¿Dónde está? Number what?
And asking. It would be asking, no? I think,
ask.
or no?
Have a student repeat each word for expression at least 3 times and ask. No,
After,
no, porque es imperative.
after a preposition. Well, I think that after a preposition was the next verb was with ending ing, or no?
No, pero es que and es aquí, es una connector between 2 clauses.
Okay, and in this attempt is not, we don't say that.
No, because es cuenta que son 2. Have students repeat each word, times. Otro punto, ask a few questions about it.
Okay, I understood already. I already understood. Thank you.
No,
Sorry.
no problem. Thank you for the observation, though. Main presentation, Jesse.
The 15 minutes long. The activities this sections will depend on the level and scope of the class, but it relates to grammar presentation and guide drills, videos, listening class, and reading class.
Good. In the consolidation, Madai, you hear? Yes.
At this point, students apply what we have taught them in the lesson. This should be the longest part of the class, for students will have a chance to prove their knowledge through various types of semi-controlled and free drills.
Excellent. Very good.
Like game, interview, presentation, and save the last 5-10 minutes for consolidation.
Very good. Okay, excellent. Now, let's do an activity. Pero antes de continuar, vamos a sacar la selfie porque se tiene que ir a Susana, pero no quiero dejarla que se quede sin el selfie. One, two. Good. Excellent. Alrighty. Now let's do an activity. Thank you, Susana. I know, I hope you're
welcome.
Good. Let's divide the class into 1, 2, 3 into pairs. Okay, let's see. Cristina and Madai, you want to work together?
Yes.
Cristina and Salem.
Okay.
Madai and Jesse. Sí, en Gustavo and Daniela, ¿vale? Andrea, Daniela, and Gustavo, ¿vale? What are we going to do? I'm going to send a page, per se, from a book, from a student's book, and then you make it or prepare the lesson plan for 1 hour.
Okay.
Pretty simple, right?
Yes.
All right. Let me open the class. Yes, there we go. Let me send it to the WhatsApp.
teacher. Ya,
Yeah.
ya acabamos. Yo me salí. Ah, ya vi.
Déjenme cerrar la. ¿Y estás a gusto donde chambeas? ¿No te sales toda estresada?
No, estoy feliz, o sea, sí consumen toda mi energía, o sea, acabo muerta, porque le decía a Minit que te conviertes en pulpo, o sea, cuando estás en presencial, tienes que tener 57 brazos, ojos, bocas y paciencia, porque en lo que ya explicaste ya uno ya acabó y el otro ya quiere hacer otra cosa y el otro no entendió nada y el otro tiene una duda y el otro ya quiere ir al baño y así.
Sí, totalmente de acuerdo. Lo más con chiquitos.
Sí, no, y uno ya se está sacando un ojo con las tijeras, entonces, no, bueno.
Sí, yo por eso con niños no funciona.
No, yo soy la más feliz, mientras más chiquitos mejor, porque le digo que los de primero, cool, los de segundo ya son salvajes, o sea, ya tienes que andar amenazando críos todo el día.
Sí, primero todavía así de mis con pluma o con lápiz.
Ay, sí, pero todavía tienen ganas, y todavía cool. Segundo, ay, ya traen actitud de, ay, no, así.
Espérate que de secundaria.
No, bye, jamás en la vida.
Yo di 5 años y aún sigo en terapia.
Sí, no manches. Sí.
Good. Okay, so Minute and Cristina, tell us your lesson plan. Show us your lesson plan.
Yes.
You may share the screen if you want to.
No.
Okay.
Bueno, no.
Just tell us then.
Para warm up, it was an activity of what do you know, what did you want to learn, and what did you learn? And we choose 3 countries, France, Dublin, and Japan. And we ask what they know about these countries, what they want to learn. And after that, we give them, I don't know, maybe trivia about them. And then we ask, what did you learn? And after that, then we introduce the vocabulary.
Good.
Te va, Cristina.
Pero tú lo escribiste, ¿no?
Bueno, vocabulary is, we choose, for example, which is best, longest, tallest, the most, biggest. And we tell to them that think of monuments, wonders, or cities, places that they could describe with the superlatives for them to practice and memorize them. And then we explain the main presentation, the grammar. We explain how the short adjectives, long adjectives, irregular superlatives, superlative with nouns. And for practice, the examples and pronunciation and repetition, it's the mechanical. For semi-mechanical would be complete these questions about your country, use the superlative form of the adjectives or the superlative with nouns. And then for critical thinking would be pair work. They supposed to do a conversation and ask and answer questions about their city using the examples in the book. Like what's the most interesting neighborhood, what's the tallest office building, like that. And then they need to present the conversation after that. And the consolidation is an activity that they need to make a travel guide using superlatives, trying to describe the place that they like the most.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Teachers' comments? No? It was very good. Like it. I like the in the warm-up you chose only 4. And so you ask what activities you would do in those countries, right?
Mm-hmm.
you know, something like that. Okay, good. Like it. I mean, it's a lesson planning usually takes like 1 hour preparation, but well, I mean, from this at this point you have the format, you have the activities. Now you need to develop the images, the questions, all the things required for your classes. Cool. Thank you, Miss Salem, Miss Christy. Thank you very much. Andrea and Daniela, off you go.
Yes, why the warm-up, the students describe their favorite places with adjectives, and we choose 3 or 5 of them.
Mhm.
Danny.
Are you here, Daniela? Manifest. Daniela's watching porn. Or you can continue, Andrea. We should have problem.
Well, with the vocabulary, we talk about adjectives and places. To the main presentation, take 2 or 3 examples and compare it, and using the adjectives and superlatives. Then explain the rules and filling the blanks with the activity A in the book. And to the semi-mechanical could be questions. And then pair work with activity with the activity 3 in B. And the consolidation are questions.
Okay. Those questions in the consolidation are in pairs?
Yes. Yes, it's in pairs.
Okay, good. Jesse and Madain?
Okay, start the class. I have the question. The question is, what do you like most about your series? Explain the topic. Continue with vocabulary using the buildings, monuments, and continue using the grammar. Explain the superlatives. Continue me or Madai?
Go ahead, Madain.
Okay, we have the grammar of superlatives and I used the table, the last class with the name, the concept, structure, and etc. And we don't finish because the time. I have the long adjectives, the short adjectives, and the irregular adjectives, and the superlative with present perfect. Yes, todo lo que tenemos.
Continue using the exercise, games, little games, and I read on the examples using the superlatives and topics using the buildings. And next, the finish using consolidation is the question in the partners.
Good.
Finish.
I like that you had. I like the way that you started. Like, tell me what you like the most from your city. That's a pretty cool question because then you use writing to using their own vocabulary. That's pretty cool. Excellent. All right. For homework, we're gonna do it in a format. I'll send you a form that I use. It's not obligation. Okay, but use a form and type it out and then send it to the chat to everybody. Okay. Cool. Thank you very much. I don't take you more time because we ran out of time like 20 minutes ago, but I started late. I'm sorry. So have a nice weekend. Rest, party a lot, drink a lot, water, Kool-Aid, and stay safe, okay?
Thank you, teacher. Same.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Christina, for coming back.
Thank you.
See you.
Bye.